Now to Nigeria, where the Islamist militant group Boko Haram has released a new video claiming to show some of the missing schoolgirls kidnapped almost a month ago. In that video, the group's leader says the girls had converted to Islam, but that they would be released in exchange for prisoners. Well, that's a very different message from the initial claims on what would happen to the girls given by Boko Haram a few days ago. Our international affairs editor, Douglas Herbert, explains.
Second one in 7 days. First video, basically, you had the leader of this group of Boko Haram standing there basically saying, threatening to kill all Christians, threatening to sell the abducted girls, and they are girls, in the marketplace, essentially sell them into slavery, threatening, saying, I will marry off a woman at the age of 12, I will marry off a girl at the age of 9. That's the message we got in the first video. Now, as you can see from the pictures in the second video, for as much as a picture can tell right now, it shows all of these girls dressed in the hijab. They are, head to toe. He claims in this video to have converted them to Islam. The area in which they were kidnapped is an area which has a large Christian population. He says these girls have converted to Islam, and he's demanding the release of prisoners, Boko Haram prisoners, presumably, in exchange for these girls' release. Now, what's new here and what isn't? A year ago, it's been exactly a year just about since a French family was abducted by Boko Haram. And in that case, too, there was a demand for a prisoner release. Never clear whether or not the French family was released, never clear whether or not Boko Haram prisoners were released in exchange. What we can say is that the government, the Nigerian government of Goodluck Jonathan, has been seen as incompetent and uncaring in the way it has dealt with this crisis. That's the perception of the international community. In a lot of the cases since the Boko Haram insurgency began in 2009, the Nigerian government has been accused of not distinguishing between civilians and the so-called terrorists in their fight against Boko Haram. They've gone into villages. They've gone on what has been reported by Amnesty and others as murderous campaigns, basically. And that could, and it's obviously speculation, but that could play a rather big role in setting the local populations and civilians against the Nigerian government. It's not that people sympathize with Boko Haram, but they also have very little sympathy for the government itself. And the question that's going to arise right now is, is the Nigerian government, in the face of what's been a massive global international mobilization to get these girls released and bring back our girls, that hashtag that's spread around the globe, is this going to change the calculus? Is this going to change the equation? Are we going to have some behind-the-scenes horse trading here? Are Boko Haram prisoners going to be released? Just don't know. But we do know that this is a very defiant Boko Haram leader right now that we see in this new video, and he doesn't seem to be backing down in any way, shape, or form.
That's France-Presse Doug Herbert.